Hello and welcome to the Price Academy, bite-sized history videos. This video is introducing the Greensboro Four and the sit-in movement. This is the Greensboro Four. On the 1st of February 1960 in Greensboro, North Carolina, 4 freshman students from the Agricultural and Technical College called Ezell Blair, Franklin McCain, Joseph McNeil and David Richmond walked downtown and sat in at the whites-only lunch counter at Woolworth's. They refused to leave when denied service by the waitress and stayed at the store until it closed at 5:30. The next day, the 4 were joined by 25 other students from Greensboro colleges and universities. On the 3rd day, they occupied 63 seats out of 66 available, and 3 white students also joined them. During the next 10 days, students across the state participated in similar sit-ins, and it became national news. By the 3rd week of February 1960, demonstrations had spread to 250 major cities and towns in the US, with over 400 demonstrations taking place by the end of 1960. Woolworth was desegregated by the end of July 1960, and as you can see from this photo, there was lots of demonstrations outside Woolworth to end segregation at their lunch counters. Outside Woolworth, you can see people, both black and white, saying that it was unfair that Woolworth was not allowing black people to sit at their lunch counters. Black people had to either stand or eat their lunch in a different section of the restaurant, so they were asking people to boycott Woolworths. One of the residents of Greensboro wrote this at the time: "Let's all sit together as human beings should." Now, they were clearly in favour of desegregating the lunch counters. But not everybody was. As you can see from this colour photograph, taking part in a sit-in could get you a lot of grief. For example, white customers in restaurants could decide that they're going to pour milkshakes or beverages over your head if you refuse to leave the counter. You can see in this photograph that there is white people as well as black people taking part in the sit-in. This photograph shows the violent nature that some white Americans would go to against the black Americans and white Americans for taking part in the sit-ins. Ultimately though, the sit-ins were successful. They lasted around 6 months. They started on February 1. This statue outside the A&T College in Greensboro is in recognition of the Greensboro Four. The Greensboro Four paved the way for the freedom rides in the summer of 1961, and they also showed what non-violent protest could achieve. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me at Twitter at LittleMissHistory81 at TanyaAlex38.